So again, I hope this isn't some sort of like factory recall issue that's gonna somehow come up. What's up guys, welcome back to another episode. Thank you for watching. I'm Robert from StudioRSR. We've been waiting for a long time and been super anxious to finally be able to post this video about the new G87 M2. As you guys know, there's been a lot of review videos about this car, but not very many about how well it performs at the limit. So we were able to take it out for Global Time Attack a couple weeks ago. The car's completely stock. Even though we had the mod bug to modify it and try to lay down even more crazy times, we wanted to kind of compare it to how our G80 M3 from a couple years back did. So the power on the car is completely stock. The suspension is completely stock as well, besides the springs. So we were testing the new prototype Swift springs out on the car. We'll talk more about that later on in the video. And also some of the things that we noticed that it doesn't do so well. So this is going to be a kind of a compressed review where we're only going to be talking about the main key points between the differences of the M2, the M3, and M4 and how well it performs. So if you guys have any other questions, maybe we didn't hit an answer that you were looking for, please put them in the comment section below, and we'd love to talk about what you guys think about the M2 and other questions that you might have. So the biggest thing about the G87 M2 that a lot of people have been talking about is its weight. So even though it only weighs 100 pounds less than an M3 or an M4, it definitely doesn't feel that way in any spectrum of its handling, braking, power, and agility especially. So as you can see here, coming into the on-ramp corner and coming out of it, this is where the S58 power really comes into it, and obviously handling the oversteer is a lot easier with its shorter wheelbase. And then coming into cotton corners, this is where its ability to turn and change direction on a dime is absolutely stunning. Not only does it react quickly, it gives you a lot of feedback, and it's very accurate, even though it has electrical power steering, which you really don't feel when you're at the limit. Coming through Club Corner and getting set up for bus stop, this is where we like to hop a lot of curbs. The stock suspension is doing an amazing job. We are on Swift springs, the prototype Swift springs that we're testing out. We gave them some feedback, and we love how it handles both for the street and for the track, providing a good balance of performance and comfort for both. So now coming into Phil Hill, this is one of the most thrilling corners of Buttonwillow because the apex of the turn is at the top of a hill, and all of the car's weight becomes completely unloaded. Now the M2 does an amazing job giving you confidence that when you get back down and all the weight is back down on the ground, it's still going to do what you want it to do. So coming into Sweeper, this is where the biggest difference by far and away between the G87 M2 and the M3s and M4s comes into play. As soon as the car starts to understeer and the front end starts sliding, it's much easier and much quicker to get the grip back onto the front end. But now coming into the last turn, this is another crucial corner where you're fighting understeer at the beginning, you go over a bump, and then now coming out of it, you're fighting oversteer. But again, the car's agility and ability to handle the power that it puts down really is amazing. So this is probably the most interesting thing that we found out about, and I really hope it's not going to become like some sort of recall issue, but hop in the car, let me describe it to you guys. So obviously you guys may or may not know, in the M2 and G80 M3 and G82 M4, let me start it. So in the M2, you can choose between comfort braking or sport braking. Basically, it's like pedal firmness and reaction on the pedal. On track, when we were at full brakes, spectrum braking, it actually threw me off the track 2 or 3 times. One time I wasn't even able to save it. We were completely in the dirt. But basically what was happening when the brakes were in sport braking mode, I would go for full brakes and I would hear like a clicking, like a very, very high-pitched clicking noise, and then all of a sudden the brakes would just not react. I would not have full brake pressure. It was like it was thinking that it was still at half brake pedal, even though I had my foot mashed to the ground. Not until did I try doing comfort braking that I realized, like, hey, what's clicking is the mechanism that controls the pedal between comfort and sport to give that different brake pedal firmness and control. So the only way that we were able to get consistent and safe braking was to actually have the brake system in the comfort mode setting. So again, I hope this isn't some sort of like factory recall issue that's gonna somehow come up. But again, we've heard you guys talk about it. Some people have asked us if we've heard about the noise, and it's all over the forums. So I think that's what it is. It's whatever that noise is the system that controls the brake pedal firmness. But again, it is a safety issue, because under full braking in sport mode, where you'd think you'd have better brakes, it didn't let full brake pressure happen. So again, guys, if we missed anything that you were hoping we would answer, please put them in the comment section below. I know there's a lot to talk about this car, and we would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are, and have a good discussion about this new platform. Also be building another G87 M2 pretty soon here, so please stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching.